I'm obsessed with eggplant and I keep getting a bunch from our CSA, which is awesome. So while my husband is outside doing yard work, I'm going to cook some up. I've already peeled and sliced this and now I'm going to bread. I go back and forth between baking and frying my eggplant, but when it comes to breading it, I'm pretty traditional. So I start with flour and I have whole wheat organic. The next step is to dip the eggplant into eggs. I'm using egg whites today because we are out of regular eggs, but either one is totally fine to use. Last but not least is the breadcrumbs. I'm using two different kinds here. I mix them together. It's Italian and panko. I love the panko breadcrumbs because it makes them extra crispy. A big plate of beautifully breaded eggplant, local produce fresh from our CSA. I was going to bake it today, but my husband asked if I would fry it instead. Basically what I do is add olive oil to our skillet, and then once it's heated up, you can see the steam coming off. I start adding the eggplant. I keep the stove on low to cook them slow because you don't want to burn them, and they really only need a couple of minutes on each side. My eggplant is cooking beautifully, and I'm just about ready to take these ones off. To remove these from the stove, I put them on a regular plate, but I put a piece of paper towel down to help soak up the excess oil, and then I'm going to put another piece of paper towel on top. There is the last of my eggplant. It'll be my third layer on the plate. By the way, you guys, I was so not planning to do this today, but I got hungry. I have 3 layers. Let's see, 1, 2, there's a top layer, and they are perfect. Does anyone ever make their own homemade pasta? My husband bought me this thing for Christmas 3 years ago, and I have never used it. I used to make homemade pasta all the time with my grandmother when I was a kid. I used to help her roll it out. I know the dough is super easy to make, so I don't know why it seems so daunting to me now. But homemade tomato sauce on the fly, when you realize you have enough ingredients, that I can do. I'm such a weirdo because this is so much more work than making dough for pasta. I had 4 people tell me that they made my tomato sauce after doing my story a while back. And I'm making this one different, but I want you guys to all repeat after me. Wait, damn story is always cutting me off. But if you make your own tomato sauce, I want you to repeat after me. I am better than canned tomatoes. If you don't make your tomato sauce homemade, I know, I totally get it. It's work. But I want you to repeat after me. I can do it, and I'm so much better than the jarred stuff. Plus, if you cook anything like me, you'll have enough tomato sauce to feed an army. It's totally the Italian to me, but it's fantastic because you can freeze a bunch of the leftovers and save it for later.